Hello everyone, Backspace here. Sorry for the late start, a few technical issues with the connection of the PlayStation unfortunately, but we're here now, we're finally on top of it. I've got Super Squid with me once again this week. Say hello.
Hey guys, Super Squid here. Hope you're all having a nice evening. Much less hectic evening than we're having, I tell you that. It's been a trial, but we're finally here at Spa-Francorchamps. Backspace, you want to introduce the race for us?
Yeah, so today we have got, I'll actually bring it up while I'm at it. Get on the right one. So we've got Amigos 24 laps of Spa. We can choose the Porsche, the Audi or the Toyota today. Qualification will be 10 minutes with no tyre wear or fuel wear. The race must be started on the tyre you qualify on. It's 24 laps followed by a 5 lap reverse grid. The tyre wear is 10 with the fuel time 6. And the rules for the tyres today is you're only allowed one set of soft, medium and hards, with all the compounds having to be used.
So what are you thinking in terms of strategy then, Backspace? I'm hearing it's going to be an 8-lap stint on each set of tyres with a tank refill each time. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think there's going to have to be an element of fuel saving today. I think the feedback coming from everyone when they've been practicing is that I think you're only getting about 7 laps out of a tank of fuel.
Yeah, I've been hearing 7 laps, 8 laps if maybe you save for the first one. But I think it'd be good to see multiple stops in a race, because I think a lot of us are bored of the current race formats. We see one stop and then that's pretty much it for the rest of the race, virtual and in the real world. So we should be seeing at least 2 stops from everybody, I reckon, tonight.
Well, yeah, because they've got to use all 3 tyre types. So,
Well, that's an interesting pit entry there.
Oh god, looks, it's a pit bug. Something else going wrong now.
Gotta love it. It's been around for about 3 years and they've still decided we got to keep going. That's the real driving simulator for you folks.
That's it, yeah. I've currently got a bit of a hot lap running in the corner as well, so just while we're waiting for this to kick off, people got an idea what the lap looks like from an onboard.
Yeah. Probably worth looking at that than cars spinning in the pit lane.
yeah, what we might be able to do here is just bring this up onto a larger screen just while we're waiting for it all to sort itself out. But yeah, the feedback I got was a 7.2 laps of fuel, but they ideally need to save up to 9. The mediums and hards should do that quite happily, but the softs are sort of good for 5 or 6 laps, but again they really need to be making them last up to that 8 or 9 mark.
Yeah, so I suppose what we're looking for tonight then is, easy on the throttle, coming out the corners, because we know these hybrids, when the boost kicks in, the electric motor kicks in as well, you're going to burn up, especially those front tyres as well, which will be doing twice the work if you're still turning while powering out. And of course, going into the corners, maybe with a little bit less steering input, easing on the way in, easing on the way out, because those soft tyres will be the ones to watch tonight, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people got down to like the 156s, but I think the race pace is going to be more like a 201.
Yeah, I'd say, having done a couple of test laps earlier, I think if you're within the 2-minute window, even on the mediums, I think that's probably a respectable lap to be going on. Maybe on the hard tyres, just outside of that 2-minute window.
Yes, yeah. I also think strategy is going to be part of it today. I'll be interesting to see who comes out on what in qualification. Obviously, they've got to use all 3 tyres.
Of course, I believe. I think they were starting on the. I think you said they were starting on the tyres that they qualify on. Obviously, a fresh set, no tyre wear maintained from the previous session. But I think that probably the best idea here, especially with these cars generating so much dirty air in the corners, you probably want to be starting on a slightly harder tyre unless you're in pole position. But obviously, that will only be determined across the 10-minute quali. So that's all up to chance.
Yeah. It depends how confident you are, aren't you? I mean, if you know you can get out on front, then sometimes it's worth getting out on them softer tyres, absolutely trying to pull the gap. But with these longer pit stops now, it's coming in and being caught in traffic, maybe when you're needing to maybe save time as much as possible.
No, I totally agree. Especially going through the middle sector, having to go through Pouon and going through like Lefane and Campus and Stavelot, you really don't want to be stuck behind another driver, especially say in these cars which generate so much downforce, and you lose then so much of it by following in the wake of another car in front. You need to be making the most of those softer tyres, even the medium tyres, I'd say as well, just by trying to find your own space. But you can't stay too far back, or you'll be nowhere in a race at the end of the day.
No, I mean, we run this same strategy on the Red Bulls on a Monday, and what I normally find, if you're one of the quicker drivers, you can start on the mediums, go hards, then softs. If
Yeah.
you're close but not quite there, then switch it. Start on the softs and end up on the mediums.
Of course, but then I think if it were me personally, I'd only be starting on the softs if I know I'm going to be on the front row of the grid, because the last thing I want is to be burning up, the precious soft tyres, 5 or 6 lap stint on them only because I can't get out of the traffic. So I think if you know you're going to be on the front row, maybe someone like Lankster, I think is very fast around here.
Yeah,
Roadrunner Dan's probably quite quick on his heels as well.
yeah,
Those two might want to gamble on the soft, but even then, you also have to consider the amount of added fuel weight that they're going to be starting the race with. I reckon maybe they want to go a little bit further in and then see how they feel on the soft tyres once they've worked out the mediums.
yeah. I mean, that's the big risk. I mean, what I've done in a few of the Red Bull races, I've gone softs and got onto the front row of the grid near enough, and that's then put me in a good position as the race has gone on. What I've found is that when I've started on the mediums and slightly further down the grid, it's not worked out so well. So
Yeah, well,
it's a
it's all about this qualifying then, isn't it?
oh yeah. If you're not quite as quick as the fast lads on mediums, I'd be going soft. If you know you can get up there compared to their medium times. If you're well off the pace, I wouldn't be touching the softs now. I'd maybe even tend to start in the hards just to get them done with.
Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be a good idea. You will be losing out in that initial stint, but if you can be faster towards the end of the race, knowing that the field around you are on harder tyres, that could be a make or break moment for you if you can manage them.
Yeah, if you can do that medium stint, I reckon on hards with no one around you, where you lose the least amount of time, that's exactly what
Absolutely,
you
yeah.
want.
Let's have a quick look in the chat. We've got a Ruben who's back from Friday's MR Group 4 challenge. He's saying Brett's going to keep the win in Belgium. I think we're very much. I'm very excited to see Brett's race tonight. Having seen him almost dominate Friday's race, I think he's going to do very, very well tonight, and I hope he does too, bringing it home at his home circuit.
Well, Brett had a great race. I actually watched that myself on our Amigos channel with the commentary. I watched that through, and he had a very good race. There's a couple of
Is that the
interesting.
Amigos channel you're mentioning? Is it worth a very subtle plug of the social media, perhaps?
Yes.
As we watch some exemplary driving standards on the grid.
Well, lucky enough, I've actually got the drivers list over the top of it at the moment, so we've got no hassle with the host. We've got Langston, Sethin, Dan, Simo, Digital Blasphemy, DeJovis, Beardy, Ryan is bad. We've got Pigstig, Brett, Pepsi I'm going with, Tom William, Muller, TS 040, and then you and me commentating. Now, keep an eye out on THG, TS040. This is one of his favourite cars, and he's done thousands of miles around this track in that car.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to imagine. I was racing against him last night in the Group 3s, and he's a very smart racer, not just very fast, but he's got a very strategic mind there as well. So I think you can see what kind of plans he goes for as compared to some of the drivers that I know are flat out quick on their pace alone.
Adam will unlikely have had a pole today, but he very much will have multiple strategies in place.
Yeah, I reckon he's done his homework.
Very much so. Like you say, he's a very clever driver, but this is definitely his favourite car category, and I would say that near enough alongside Simo as well. I would say right now they would be my two to look out for.
Okay. Well, I'm also trying to have a look at as well for the car choices because, as you mentioned earlier, you have only got 3 cars to choose from for tonight's event. All of them very similar and then slightly different in their own ways. So I can see here, I think behind the scoreboard you got there, I can see Beardy and Dan doing a reverse lap of Spa. Both have chosen the Porsche 919 this evening.
Let's have a look. Let's just get rid of the overlays on them now and have a quick look at Beardy here. Just going around. Oh. So I'm not too sure what's obviously happening at the moment.
I think they're just waiting for maybe 1 or 2 people to join the grid or maybe had some internet issues.
They might be waiting for someone to restart. Let me just bring up racing, which seems to be every time you sort of come off it again, it disappears. There's Adam. Lankster. So Mauve is a LA entry by the looks of it.
Oh, I think so. So he's in the Audi there, the Audi R18, the only diesel on the grid.
Yeah,
as
I'm not
opposed to
sure
the
what
Porsche
car
anyway.
you'd pick around here. I think I mostly go for the Toyota myself.
Yeah, so having driven these cars around here and around Le Mans and a couple other tracks, I do really enjoy driving the LMP ones. So they're all very similarly powered. They all weigh 875 kilos. You've got I think the lowest power car here is the Porsche at 500 brake horsepower. Toyota's got a 506 and the Audi's got 526. So on paper, you think the Audi is the one to watch. But they've all got about 400 extra horsepower of boost, which you see under the fuel gauge there, and they can deploy that pretty much as soon as they're in a straight line on the throttle.
Yeah.
Now, they use their batteries in subtly different ways. You'll notice that the Toyota has a much less aggressive deployment, but it does recur it very quickly and it
Yes.
saves it very well, which is really what you're going for in an endurance race. You've then got the Porsche 919, which doesn't save it so well, but does deploy it a little bit more aggressively. And that means as a result, it's also a little bit faster in a straight line. And then on the end of that scale, you've got the Audi R18, which burns through it very quickly, isn't particularly good at saving it, but is an absolute rocket ship compared to the other two. So I think it's going to be a balancing act of, are you going to try and make gains down the Kemmel Straight and through the long curve open section towards Blanchimont, or are you going to be trying to save it and manage your battery through the slower sectors like through Sector 2 and Pouhon?
Yes. Yeah. I think as well. On that note, with the batteries, I think a lot of these need to be driving with the brake bias to the rear. Obviously, that'll help harness the battery as well.
Of course, and in addition to harnessing more power, the electricity, it will also save those front tyres, which for these cars, which are generally you would associate them as being as mid-engine rear-wheel drive, but when that battery kicks in, it sends almost all of that power to the front wheels to really pull that car out of a corner. But that will come at the cost of, stability when you leave the corner and on front tyre wear. So they're definitely better on both fronts, or ironically enough, putting the bias to the rear.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what you're going to find as well today is a lot of lifting and coasting going into corners.
Of course, yeah, saving battery, saving fuel as well, as you say. They want to be doing
Yeah.
8-lap stints, but they're only going to do 7 on the field if they go all out.
Yeah. And what you're also going to take into account then, you're obviously saving where your tyres, you're saving on your brakes, aren't you? Because you're not braking as hard, so your tyres should be lasting better as well. Because you're approaching it a little bit slower, braking a little bit later, a little bit softer to hit the corners. So I think you'll find the people who are great like that are then going back to Digital Blast, me, the likes of Langster. I think this is where you're going to see their strength come to the fore.
Yeah, I think we'll see quite a strong qualifying session. People may be going for an all-out attack lap, then a bit of a cool down to make sure that they're not wearing out the tyres, saving that battery deployment for another solid hard lap. If they're doing that, they might get about maybe 2 flying laps in, maybe come in for a fresh set of tyres, maybe get one more lap in before the end of the session.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting a lobby reset. I don't know who's causing the pit bug here, but yeah, it looks like there's an issue going on.
It's not been the smoothest of starts, I think, we'll say.
No,
So,
no.
to anyone who's watching at home, very sorry about this.
we will get there. We will get there.
Of all nights, it was bound to happen tonight, but it's not always like this. I'm sure most of the ART guys will attest to events generally running a lot more smoothly than tonight's proceedings.
Yeah, I think the first grid's going to be interesting. Obviously, it's at 35 laps. You've only got 10 minutes to work your way through.
And I believe from that as well, the drivers can pick any compound of tyres they like. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see almost the entire grid put the softs on and just go all out, because it's pretty much only one stint at a time.
Some people are saying, can I leave the lobby? I'm not sure if it's this, because my catch is all being cleared up and I've recently had a reset. So let me just try that.
Let's see, leave, close the game down, reset. Oh, so we might have to go again. Or if you leave and you reset the network data, that might help.
Let's have a look. Close application. Let's try again.
In the meantime, I've made a couple of little notes on the history of Spa, just in case something like this did happen. It's just as well. Come prepared. the lap record, we're not far off it, to be fair. We're lapping, I've seen the lap 156, 58. Lap record at the moment is a 146, held by Valtteri Bottas. Nice to see someone other than Hamilton on the top of the standings for once, from
Yes.
the 2018 Grand Prix.
I don't suppose they bought the Evo round here, have they?
Or the 919 Evo.
Yeah.
I believe they definitely have, but I think that may have been an unofficial record due to it not being during a race scenario.
Right, okay.
Because of course the 919 doesn't conform to
No, it doesn't.
the WEC specifications. They did it as like a what if
Yeah, because they took it round
to around Nürburgring as well and
yeah, they
smashed
did.
that. They pretty much did like a tour of Europe, going how fast here, how fast there.
Yeah. If it was unrestricted in
When you meant to do COVID test?
I'm doing my COVID test tonight.
Right, then let's try again.
Sorry for that brief question for the girlfriend there. But yeah, so Spa. So lap record by Valtteri Bottas from 2 years ago. It's called Spa-Francorchamps because there is a spa, ironically enough, in the town of Francorchamps, which is based around the area of La Source, where we start the race. It's a road circuit initially, based on public roads, linking the towns of Malmedy, which is just after the chicane at the end of the Kemmel Straight, and the town of Stavelo, which is in the very bottom of the track in the last sector. It's undergone various layout changes because at the time, as most tracks were, it was all about how fast can you go in a straight line, and if there happens to be a corner, then good luck. So there were many incidents, as you would expect. Unfortunately, several fatalities due to cars being able to go very fast and then not stop very well. And it was Jackie Stewart in the 1970s who got all the drivers together to agree that actually it's too dangerous and we shouldn't be racing here anymore. That's when we've seen many more chicanes implemented around the track, such as the one at Les Combes, the one at down at Les Fagnes, and especially as we see at the very top of the track, the bus stop chicane. And this layout's been the same for about 20 years now. And even then, while it was still being used as a road, public roads linking the three towns, they eventually shut it all off for a proper racetrack in 2003. And you've got everybody racing there now. Formula One, WEC, we've even got Rallycross taking place down at Eau Rouge and Radillon. So it's one of the most iconic tracks in the world, and I think it's a fantastic addition to the game. I'd love to go here one day. How about you?
Yeah, it's definitely on my list of places to go. I mean, the wife is next to me now, and I was talking about the Formula One at Spa. It'd be nice to go and visit. So definitely on my list of. If I'm going to watch Formula One, I think it needs to be at Spa.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think obviously Silverstone's a wonderful track as well. You know, almost the home of Formula One. But I think Spa, Interlagos are definitely up there as the Grand Prix that I would personally love to go and see as well. I think Fernando Alonso called Spa, I think, his favourite track at one point.
Yeah. I mean, Roadrunner Dan, have you ever thought of being a racetrack history teacher, Squid?
A racetrack history teacher. Well, I mean, I may or may not have taken the vast majority of this info off of Wikipedia, but if you trust me, then I hope other people will do. And if you've got any more special events that are at real tracks, I'll just make up some waffle for you in the meantime. Thank you for your faith, Dan.
ART Rabid. Squid goes on more than my missus.
Thank you, Rabid. I'll take that as a compliment.
All I'm going to say, though, is that we're feeling the love.
Yeah, well, at least we got some interaction. No, it's fine. Dislike the video, Rabid. We're still going to get on the algorithm.
Yeah.
But no, please, just like the video, guys.
I think it's like the video. Give us a follow on Instagram. Give us a follow on Facebook. You can find us on Discord.
Yeah, we're on 6.
Yeah, we have a lot going on. So by all means, come and join in, have a chat.
For the fake tracks, make some stuff up too. Sure, yeah. Sardinia is a track in Sardinia in Italy, named after the sardine fish, which gives it its distinctive layout and particular smell.
It's like saying Lago Maggiore is based in Maggiore and it gets its track layout from the chariot races.
Yes. Yes, Lago Maggiore is the Italian for Lago Maggiore.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what, going back to the stream though, I do love the detail to the LMP1 cockpits. I think they're really well replicated.
Have you ever tried driving from this view though, inside the cockpit?
I have, and I think these are just as good as the Group C's. It's a shame we're not seeing the Group C's tonight, but it's going to be a fantastic race nonetheless. We should get some cockpit cam shots tonight.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of driving the LMP1 car. It's not one of my favourites, considering that the two cars.
Well, you know what, guys? It was nice talking to you tonight. It was a pleasure
Yeah,
to be
thank
on
you
here
very much. I'll
backspace,
see you,
but
I'll
we've
see you
done
later,
our
lads.
thing.
Considering the two cars I drive now in leagues are the Group 2s and the Red Bull Juniors.
Well, I mean, but they're not far off really. The LMP ones. There is still corner oriented, downforce,
Yes.
crazy cars.
Yeah.
They're almost like cousins in a way.
So I do love the liveries. No Hassle does. Let's see if we can get a close up on these liveries. Somebody's always gone back to the pit, unfortunately. So
Maybe he's put the wrong tyres on.
yeah, I was going to see if I can show it with. Let's. So qualifying's obviously started now. Let's hopefully everyone gets out. Let's just a quick flip through. I think there's also important about it that people are looking.
Who was that?
Well, I think then.
Oh, maybe No Hassle can't get out of the pits. That might be the issue.
But he was out.
I thought we got. Oh, well, we still got a lot of people sat in the pits. Not sure why. Did they start the quali by accident?
No, I bet they're still having issues by the looks of it.
I think this has to be the best session we've ever run.
It's going to be one person which is causing it, and you just don't know who it is, do you?
Oh.
We'll get there in the end, lads. We'll get there in the end.
So
Bear
great
with
job.
us.
I sent this link to everyone I know.
So Uber's done the No Hassles livery. Yeah, he's very good Uber at doing deliveries, to be fair.
Does he do all the Amigos liveries as well?
No. So we use Greedy Dogs for that.
Oh, okay.
And so obviously he's part of the sponsors of Amigos, and he does delivery. So that when you look at the GT Fusion livery with the McLaren, which has just been done, that's who's done it.
Oh well, big shout out to Greedy Dogs then for spot on work as we see every week.
Yeah, and just give a shout out as well to Josh with who does all our videos. So he does all the. Do you see the little the highlight videos? We have the little trailers, not so much of the races, but little like 1 minute trailer videos. It's Josh who goes and does them as well.
Oh, well, they look fantastic as well. Let's get some of those coming in as well. I think wonderful stuff.
So they're all backing out now. So
we've got Dan in the chat. Games crashed for the third time tonight. Goodness me.
Now, could they maybe not set up by host here, or take away the qualification and maybe run around and then set the race by fastest?
I mean, they have to, but I don't think they've set any laps. That's the problem. Oh, I see. Oh, you see that 10-minute quali is open practice.
Yeah. To take the qualification out of it, set it to.
I think that's what they're doing now.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's what Hassle's going to try and do now in the chat. He's going to qualify in practice.
Yeah.
Goodness me, we'll get there in the end.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're doing, and we'll just set it by fastest first, can't you?
Let's hope so.
Well, no, I don't want to enter the track. Get them off there.
Right, 10 minutes go. So
let's see. So there's no Hassle there. He's not out the pitch yet. Not out the pits. There we are. Out the pits.
Oh, that's going to be a spin, I think.
Oh. So there's one. Out.
Yeah, that's not good.
Out. No Hassle.
I might have to reset it again if someone's still spinning in the pit lane.
Because it's open practice, you might have to leave it long enough and they're backing out again.
Right, Mohammed, how you doing, Mohammed? Oh, Rabbid's going to blame me. Cheers, Rabbid.
Got it right, hasn't he? Oh, now change of host to Simo. Right, okay, so we're all backing out of this altogether. Only a slight delay, it's alright.
It's alright, it's only about an hour, you know.
Nothing to do with us, was it? Of course not.
No, not our fault, no. You can guarantee it had crashed when we started qualifying the stream first time round.
Alright then.
But we've still got 13 people watching, so you must have said something interesting along the way.
Either that, or they fell asleep when you was going through your track guide. I'm not too sure.
Oh, cheers, backspace.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I'm just wondering what will happen to them.
Well, I mean, if they're asleep, at least the phones are still on.
Yeah, well, it gets the ratings up. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Right. Can't believe Mo was too scared to enter. Yeah, what's happened?
Oh, fighting talk there, Mo. Maybe he's
Hey?
in tier 2, I'm not sure.
Well, you know, the only reason he's not entering is there's no tier 3.
Oh, I see. Well, I haven't spoken to Mo once or twice. I think maybe this event was a bit too roadman for him.
Yeah.
He's waiting for the East London Grand Prix. Then turn up in his Corsa and it'll be a one-man show.
That's the one, mate. That's the one. It'll all be pimped out. Trust me, it makes you go so much quicker. As long as it's got an art livery on it, that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, you can hear him from a mile away going. Brah, 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 brah.
Right, we're in. What's going
We
on?
love you, Mo. I mean, to be fair, when I was having a look through the lobbies tonight before I joined, everything was on a 2-bar, so I don't know if it's just a PlayStation problem.
You never know with these type of things, do you? What's going on half the time? It's
Not a clue.
you come in some days and it's still working hunky dory. You come in another day, it's like, oh my days, what's happening?
Yeah, just massive internet brain fart.
Yeah. Gran Turismo doesn't want to play ball. Bit like the other week with all the dailies going on and the nations.
Oh yeah,
Just didn't want to work that day, did it?
absolute nightmare.
So out. Simo's sitting there. Adam's sitting there. Pig's out. No Assel sitting there. Let's have a look. Vijovis. Anyone out who wasn't out last time around? That's the question. I think. What happened to No Assel? Did he manage to get out last time?
No, he sat in the pits last time. Maybe he's waiting for the go.
But you look, even on this screen here, look, you've got soft, medium, and hards.
Well, hang on, his indicator's come on now, so maybe he's about to leave.
Well, he's not got his foot down on the accelerator, has he?
True.
So he's not revving up. So he's not trying to leave by looks of that to me. I was Simmer. Right, what's that?
Waiting on Muller. I guess they're waiting for one more person to join.
Right, okay, that explains a lot. Right, so that's Dan out this time. Brian. We've seen Beardy out plenty of times, so we know he can leave the pit.
Oh, we're waiting on Muller, but Muller's just joined, so they have to start this again, aren't they?
No, he should be able to jump in. He's maybe had a hard reset by the looks of that.
Oh, I see. Well, hopefully he gets in then.
That's Tom.
Alex is in a Porsche.
Should put the wife on the commentary. She might.
Well, anyone but me, apparently.
Well, anyone but me. One of the two. In fact, we can both leave. I'll put her on. She'll do a better job.
We could just leave, I think.
Should be more professional.
My girlfriend's watching me play now for this. She'll be like, there's a car round a corner.
Yeah. Right, so Simo sat there, but I think Simo's been out, hasn't he? And I'm sure Adam's been out. There's Tom. I'm just trying to see if any of these I don't recognise for being out.
Oh, well, we'll start calling
So,
hopefully.
Rabbit, I would reckon for the win, mate. I'll say my top 3 would be Adam, Simo, and Langster. In the order, I'm not too sure. I would mostly say Adam for the win. Simo, well, I'd say Langster second, Simo third. Not because Simo's slow, I just think Langster's going to be better on the tyre wear and the fuel, which will then pay for, or make up with against Simo's speed.
I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, I could have said Rabid, but he's been talking smack about me in the chat all night. So sorry, my friend. I hope you spin. I'm probably gonna go for. I think I'm gonna go for. I'm going for Langster. I think at the front. And I think it'll be very close behind Langster with Brett and Dan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
because I know
interesting.
Dan's very quick in the group twos, but I think
Oh, Dan's lightning.
Langster might be better on the tyres.
Well, this is where. Oh, someone's got stuck. I think this
More
is
glitch.
where with this format, it's going to help the people who are used to racing it, which is obviously the group, the Mondays and the group threes on a Saturday, and take into account the ones who are generally good on the tyre wear and fuel wear. I think will pay dividends today.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be very much a strategy-based race, given that we are going for such a long time. But I mean, at the current rate, this race isn't going to start until next week.
No. There's obviously 3 people still left in the pits who need to exit. Good evening. Pepsi GT has just said hello in the chat.
Good evening.
So just waiting for Brett and Stig to leave. Just waiting on Brett. He's obviously been listening to the stream and falling asleep.
Yeah, Brett, I've finished talking about Belgium now. You can.
You've upset him. It's him causing the glitch. You've upset him. So I wonder what's happening here.
Right, come on, game. I just don't see what the issues are. Like, everything's been fine this whole week. Oh, no hassle. Sorry, glitches. Langster's too fast for the server.
Saw you boys on the PS5. That's what it is. Upsetting it. It's not used to you big boys being in it.
Sorry, guys. My PS5 doesn't deal with you peasant console players.
That's the one, mate. That's the one. The PS4's just laid on the floor saying, "Please, I'm not worthy."
Oh.
Just try again. I mean, we're working fine now. I mean, we had our own technical issues, but we're up and running. It's the thing with PCs, isn't it? Everything's like works fine, and it all seems simple enough. And then you go and it's like, right, something's not working now, and I have absolutely no idea why it's stopped.
Yeah, so it's a lovely special event you've got planned there. Would be a shame if I just pooped all over your internet.
Yeah, we're just not going to work. You know, we're streaming. We've got people watching. We're due to pass. I mean, I wrote this.
It's not like you're trying to grow a community or anything here.
No. I mean, the great thing about it, we are amigos, and we have amigos time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, except for all you lot doing GT Fusion next week.
Well, who was it? I think it was No Hassle. Actually missed one of the races because he hadn't readied up. To be fair, you don't get given a warning, but still, Amigo do what Amigo do.
Yeah. The art of missing the race.
That's it, mate. I mean, lucky enough there is 4 races, but yeah, he actually they should give you a countdown. They didn't, and he hadn't readied up, and they started. So yeah, don't be missing the first race.
Do you think while we're here we could do a quick scroll through the pits so I can get a note of which cars everyone's in?
Yeah,
while
sure.
no one's moving.
So Simo.
Okay, could you jump in the cockpit if you got the cockpit cam?
Hang on. It's actually easy to do it from the controller. There we are.
Okay, so that is the Porsche, I believe.
I have to do it like that.
That's the Audi.
Go again. Oh no, unlucky. That didn't work, did it?
Oh, we're just starting a race. Okay.
I think they've had enough. What we're going to find out here, aren't we? They're either
Random
get off the
grid, let's have a
line,
look.
or they're not going to get off the line. Well, we go. Quick screenshot.
Yep, I'll pause that on my phone.
Toyota, yeah. THG's have gone Toyota.
Oh, right. So, 24 laps of Spa.
Yes.
Somehow we're ready.
And the lights are about to go green. Let's see if anyone gets off the line or see if anyone glitches on the line, but we'll soon find out.
There we
are.
go. That's
Here
an
we are.
interesting start at the back there.
And we got
So,
people
we
lined
got
up.
half the grid hasn't been able to leave. That's why. Another glitch.
Who's there? Who's not got? Here we go. So now we can see.
Pepsi, Seth,
So
and Muller
Hassel. Is it Ryan?
not
No,
able to leave
Ryan's
the grid box. Oh, this is not fun at all. Have they noticed?
got good luck all.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if they agreed or anything yet, because they've not backed out. Have they backed out? Yeah, Simo's backed out, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think this is a organised chaos is the term. Well, I'd say organised, but we don't know what's happening.
Yeah, look, they're still.
Not helpful.
So Tom and Lankster. Tom's just going for a cruise, isn't he now?
Yeah, gonna have to reschedule. It's like maybe we're cancelling tonight's race. Oh, that'd be a shame.
Yeah, a lot of people look forward to it this week.
Oh, what rubbish. Discord for more info. Well, if you would like to get involved in such wonderfully organised events, the Discord will hopefully be in the description of this video.
Is it worth me trying to host it?
Um, I don't know, because if you think about it, you're going to be
Rules.
having to host it and share play and stream.
I can do all that.
That might be a bit of a weight on the internet. I think someone said they cancelled it in the chat.
Have they? Hang on.
I'll have a quick look at the Discord, see if they put anything in there. Spa 24. Nothing other than Rabid saying the YouTubers throwing rotten veg at him.
See if we can try that. Adam, I could have won that if the host hadn't cancelled the race. Right, yeah.
People just didn't have the patience. I'm getting a message from Dan. I mean, I'm guessing because some people, if they're mashing the button to join the track, and then it's a glitch in the pit lane, and we have to restart again and again.
Yeah, promise it's going to be one person causing that glitch, and we're just not going to know who.
Yeah, it's a shame. I was really looking forward to watching how this unfolded tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great 40-minute chat. I mean, should have been a podcast of Spa,
Yeah.
maybe. So,
Just
what's
with
your
some
favourite
highlights in
corner
the
at
background.
Spa?
Or, well, it depends. Is Eau Rouge and Radion a corner? Is it a complex? This is the one that's going to spark all the debate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is. Well, I like the corner of no name.
Ah, but it's now named Ix as of 2018.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it's now named after Jackie Ix.
Right. So the one corner now has a name.
Yes, but I think everyone's still going to call it No Name because it's just what it's called, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the corner after that, the Spa actual track map calls it Double Gauche, double left, but everyone knows it as Pouon.
There's for me, I really enjoy driving Spa, but it is definitely a track I struggle at.
Yeah, I find like the middle sector with where it gets a little bit twisty just seems to be my undoing. Each time I hit a lap, I seem to be really good in sector 1, decent at sector 3, and I can do the bus stop pretty well, but it's always going towards like the chicane, towards the last sector. That's where I just cannot line it up.
Yeah. I see. I personally found that it's not so much the spinning or even seeming that I'm losing time, but end of the lap and I'm about a second down off the fastest guys, maybe 1.5 seconds, and you're thinking, where have I lost out? Do you know what,
what have I done?
Yeah, what am I doing wrong here? Because it seemed all right.
Yeah, everything it just seems to lead up to that, and it only needs to be 1 or 2 corners here because there's so many straightaways as well. That's where you throw the time away.
Yeah. If you don't get your exits right, you screwed it.
Oh, let's see. I've not seen any news in the Discord just yet.
No, well, I think they've knocked it on the head by the sounds of it. Just got a message here saying no, they're cancelled and they're going to reschedule it because they can't sort the glitch.
Oh, that is a shame.
So, not much we can do about it this week. So, what we have to do is say thanks to everyone, and
Yeah.
we'll have to get it rescheduled up when we know it's going to start again, and we'll try again.
Yeah, sorry guys, everyone that's watching. We appreciate the interaction and the support and having you all in the chat, liking the video, even if it has ultimately gone nowhere. But as soon as we can get a time and a place to rearrange this, I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic event to watch. So we do hope to have you on board for that next time.
So, instead, maybe talk about favourite cars or what we want on the Gran Turismo 7.
I mean, that's about a year away, isn't it? Goodness me.
Yeah, I like to see sort of NASCAR type, Indy type events available.
I think that would be good. As much as they've got 2 or 3 oval tracks, they've even got oval VOP. If you look in the settings, they just don't seem to use them. I think they could do with maybe like say IndyCar with some proper NASCAR series involved as well. That would be interesting.
Yeah, allow people mix of racing. I mean, we did the NASCAR special the other week around Blooming Speedway in Route 2s. And it was great. We got behind, the liveries all done. We did the Golden Stars.
I love seeing those liveries. It was a fantastic event. I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, and everyone loved it. I mean, the whole build up that week, people were really looking forward to the event.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really well organised. I think you guys did do the rolling start the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did 2x2 rolling starts. We did the lap, going to 2x2 format, and we took the rolling start. But yeah, I like to see things like your Daytona. I like to see stuff like that where people can put on a more event type things. I mean, today would have been a great example of that, but I don't think there's many options available to do stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I think if they, because from what I understand from Gran Turismo 7, they're bringing back Daytona, obviously one of the biggest circuits in the world. So if they're going to bring that back in, they've got to have some kind of matching discipline, I feel, if they're really going to sell that. But yeah. I guess another side of that coin is, do we really want to be turning left for 2 hours?
I mean, it sounds boring, don't it? But I think when you're actually in it, it's a completely different type of race. I think you're surprised by how much concentration there is.
Well, I just had seen the chat from Rabbit. He says, perhaps we could show some of T2 in the meantime.
Well, what I'll do here then, let's get off that. And what I'm about to find, if there's room in it.
If we've got any space in the lobby. There's one space.
Here we are. We can offer you something today. We can offer you something. This should have got going on time as well, I presume. So they should be, halfway through this?
Yeah, it seems they might. I mean, I'd guess if they did start on time, they're probably about, let's see, if it's 2 minutes a lap, they're probably, I'd say about 15 laps in already.
Yeah, so we can catch the back end of this and give people a bit of an update as to what's going on.
I mean, that's just a rough guess, but I'm probably wrong.
Good shout from Rabbit.
Maths isn't my thing.
Good shout from Rabbit.
Yeah, so Rabbit's my favourite to win the Tier 1 race next week.
Yeah, let's all vote for Rabbit. Right then, let's have a look here. Let's see how they're doing.
How far through are they? Well, we've got pit stops, so they're probably on lap maybe 8 or 16. So 34 minutes, so yeah, it's probably about lap 17. That wasn't far off.
That's not bad going. So we'll catch the back end of this one. Chubb's there. We've got THG Tom, who's raced a bit in the Group 2s. I have to reset the keyboard. That doesn't want to work. All this stuff, when you first come in. Let's try again.
Right, there's a fight going on there. Get back on that.
Right, here we are.
Oh, it's a blue flag. Oh, never mind. Either way, let's see if we at some point hopefully we've got the lap counter coming up soon. But 34 minutes in, I would say they're around between lap 15 and 17.
So what we do here is just bring this down, give myself more. Yeah, I mean, looks like, what's let's just get on to Tom there. So, I mean, Tom, obviously, he's obviously just fueled and changed tyres. So he'd be doing these sort of 8-9 laps now, won't he?
Yeah, this should probably be the last stint of the race, I think. Probably only in time for the last 8 laps or so.
Yeah, and just jumping in here and looking at it, you'd say Tom's got that pretty tied up. I mean, he's got 12.8 seconds back to Barney. Tom's on the softs there compared to Barney's hards. Now, what's interesting here is behind him, he's got Chubbs all
not
up.
far
He's
off,
behind.
only 3 seconds down the road. And if you reckon those softs are maybe about 1 to 2 seconds a lap quicker, you'd probably have him, say, within the next 4 laps. But we don't have the AWS striking distance graphic, so I can't be too sure.
No, I mean, if you look back here, I think if you look behind, that's Chubbs just there.
Yeah, I think he gained a second on him already, so this could be one to watch out for.
I mean, he's going to be closing down. Yeah, you can see it there. He's coming.
I think maybe it might be worth riding on board with Chubbs then, because also some of the guys maybe who were thinking about entering the race or watching for next week might get also a perspective once they hit that dirty air in the slipstream distance, how that might take some time and some life out of your tyres. Even when you're lapping at a faster pace naturally, Chubbs will have to watch those tyres if he's not getting past.
Yeah, but I think he's going to line this up here. This will be lined up now.
Okay.
He should be able to do it into the braking distance to get into that braking.
Let's get on board with Chubbs then. Let's get on board with Chubbs.
Let's get on board here. Let's just.
Alright, so he's heading down the source. It should be hitting about 170 by the time he gets down to Eau Rouge, the little kink left there, up to Radion, the French Fort steep hill, because that's what the corner is there. Could probably be hitting about 190 by the end of this straight, with maybe a little bit of help from the slipstream as he heads down the Kemmel Straight. Into the chicane, very heavy braking zone there, so he's got to be careful on those tyres. Into Lecombe, and then the right-hander of Malmedy, where one of those villages is, I mentioned earlier. He's taken up the inside. It's a great move from Chubbs. I think Barney's just going to let him go there. He knows he's on a softer compound of tyres.
Yeah, it's pointless fighting that when you're on the hard tyres. Barney's going to be losing too much time.
Exactly. You have to watch out for Mr. Navoli wherever he is down the road. You can see he's gone a little bit wide there as well. Not going to help him on those hard tyres. Especially now in a P1. If he doesn't go wide there, he's managed that very well.
So, we've got Sammy here who looks like they need a pit.
Yeah, he's like, I don't think he's going to make it to the end of the race on that set of tyres and fuel.
So I think who's 1 and 2 now, they look like they're going to need a pit again. So, saying that...
I'd say THG Tom's probably on net leader.
Yeah, Lewis looks like he needs to obviously pit. Saying that though, if you compare fuel and tyre wear, so there's Tom there, 3/4 of a tank, a bit of wear. These are a bit more, and Sammy there. So I'd say Lango might be the net leader, but he looks like he needs to do a fair bit of fuel saving.
Yeah, he's going to have to manage that very carefully once we go to the end, because I think, as we said before, if you're looking to be on pitting around every 8 laps or so, I get the impression he's coming maybe slightly before that 8-lap window. He might have to go a little bit further than what he's hoping for.
Yes. Yeah. So we need to let's keep an eye on Lango. We don't know how that's.
Well, then again, actually saying there, if that's lap 10, if it says it's actually lap 10, of course, yeah, if he's on 10-minute quali, that would be the session time as well. So they probably are only on lap 10. So he's probably only just come in for his middle stint now.
Yes. Yeah. So I reckon. Everyone needs to use all. Everyone needs to use all the tyres. So they look like they're ready to come in now. Lango there with Tom.
Being rabid in the chat, going for me again. History lesson again from Squid. There's nothing wrong with a bit of knowledge.
Yeah, but there is for Rabbit, mate. You start giving too much knowledge, mate. His Tourette's might start kicking in, so just be careful.
Oh, I see. Well, there's me thinking I could teach a rabid dog new tricks. I guess not.
So it looks like Mr. Navoli. So if we're going by what you're saying there, it looks like Barney and Mr. Navoli might have started the race on hards, which. No, because they're halfway through.
I'm not too sure. I think
no,
they
this
are.
This is second stint, isn't it?
I think it's his second stint for them, yeah. But I think that means they're really knackering those front tyres. But it depends what they're driving. Looks like we've got, I think, Mr. Navoli here in the Toyota.
Here we go. Let's do this.
I think that's another Toyota there in front of him, boy Barney.
So Mr. Navoli's in the Toyota.
Yeah, they're both in the Toyota.
Yeah. So I would say there's a very good chance that both of these started on softs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would have been the best thing I'd advise for them, but if they want to maybe save those mediums, I'm assuming for the later stint,
Yeah.
it's about managing it. But you can see here, Mr. Navoli steering quite aggressively into those corners, which is not going to be doing his tyres any favours. And
No,
this is
it'll
what
be.
it looks like on the hards. I dread to think what his other tyres will look like by the end of the race.
Yeah, I think what he needs to be doing here is moving that brake balance back, easing off them front tyres. You can see the front tyres are wearing quicker. I think he should be going to like a -2.
Well, I think we're +2.
+2, yeah. If not a +3 at
2
the
plus
moment.
3.
Yeah, to really ease off them front tyres now. Because these are just not going to last off a while. He's only got 3 sets of tyres to use.
Of course, and I'm watching his throttle trace on the right as well. You can see there's not much modulation or gradual input. He's pretty much hammering it as he comes out the corner, which especially once the hybrid kicks in, and you watch it here, he's gonna shred those front tyres.
Yeah, he's obviously trying to put pressure on the Barney, but it's affected. He's going to affect his race in the long run if he's not careful.
Absolutely. I've got Rabbit here saying my head hurts. Well, I mean, if your head hurts now, you want to go through a Rouge 100.
Yeah, 170 miles an hour.
Oh.
So yes, not the stream we planned on bringing you, but this is tier 2 of the LMP1 race tonight. Unfortunately, we tried with the tier 1, but it wasn't happening. So here we are.
There's nothing to say as well that tier 2 is an inferior quality of driver. It's just that this event was so popular, we had no choice but to run 2 lobbies for it, and fortunately we are able to stream one for you this evening.
Yes. So I think Sammy here's got a bit of a lagging issue.
Just slightly, yeah.
I would say. And them tyres look dead.
Yeah, those tyres definitely need a little bit more care and attention paid to them, I think. But it's like, is he going to peel away? No, he's going to stick out for another one, I think.
No, which...
I think he did go in.
Oh, yeah, right, okay. So they needed to come in now, but I think they've been out too long on them tyres.
Yeah, of course, but again, you can only speculate as to what lap they come in on. But if he's coming in for lap 12 rather than lap 16, if it was going to be an 888 race, he's going to have to make those tyres. He'll have to burn them up quick or be very, very careful with them.
Yeah, I mean, now we're getting a true sense. So Lango there, 1.2 to Tom. Both on the same tyres, but Tom's actually got better fuel, so he'll be able to push a bit harder.
Yeah, and they're both about a pit stop ahead of Chubbs, I think.
Well, I don't know what the pits are like around here anymore after the change.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I don't see how else they'd work out a 20-second gap, the pair of them, unless Chubbs has either just gone in.
No.
Or is he due to go in?
No, I think everyone here in the front 3 are very similar.
Okay. Well, I see Dan in the chat, so hopefully we'll maybe get some insight from him down in the pits as well.
Yeah.
That was been invaluable for the races that I've been commentating on.
Let's just go to Dan in the pits.
Now down to Ted Crab and Dan Carrington.
Yes. You got Ted's notebook, we're going to have Dan's notebook.
Yeah. And what have you got for us down there, Dan? The tyres are black. Thank you, Dan. Back to the race.
Yes. I'm loving the liveries.
Yeah.
If you see this one, it's multicoloured.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather have Dan in the pits than Rabbit.
Yes. Yeah. And they'd be like, over to Rabbit, now back from Rabbit. Thanks, Rabbit.
Yeah, over to Rabbit. Have we really got to do this?
Yeah, right. Let's mute his mic, everyone. Mute his mic. Oh, what a shame. We've got technical issues. We'll come back to you later.
No. Well, back to the box then.
Yes. Unfortunately, we couldn't hear him.
Meanwhile, I think has Tom made a move on Lango we've missed?
God, don't do this to me. Right, hang on. Oh, look.
I think that might be lag though. That was Sam.
Yeah, still lag. Hang on, where's he going to end up?
Unless that is an actual disconnection, because there's nothing going on in that controller.
No, giving up. Was in for the win. So what's going to be interesting here? Sam's come out on them hards, but they're fresh, aren't they?
They are fresh, but so those hards probably, if we're getting intel that you can do 8 laps on each set of tyres, and so we use the mediums as a basis, the hards will probably do say 10 if not 12 laps easily. But it's going to be a concern as to what's the strategy after that, because if you're going to have to come in again for tyres, possibly again for fuel, These guys here down in tier 2 have got a real mix of strategy going on, it seems.
Yeah, and I think the difference being, I just need to reset the share play, so just bear with me. Stop share play. I think
For all we know, maybe they weren't expecting to be on YouTube and thought, we're always going to go all out, balls to the wall, see what happens.
I ain't scared.
Yeah, no
But,
one's watching. Oh,
yeah.
oh no.
Oh no! Why didn't you say that? Why didn't you tell me? But
Well, I mean, I'm not spectating Beardy because each time I do, he seems to plant it in the wall. So
yeah, well, was it last week? I think we seemed to probably have the commentators curse last week. Every time we mentioned how well someone's doing, they crashed.
oh yeah, that was unfortunate.
I mean, I can't wait till next week's group 2. Oh, I'm gonna get thingamajig just to say how well Dan's doing.
Just get like a voodoo doll.
Yeah, that's it, man. I'll get one hung off my screen next week. Start throwing darts at it.
Yeah. What's going on here? Is that a 3-way fight? Is that blue flags? I think it's blue flags.
No. So there's 1.2. Oh yes, there's blue flags there, which are really getting in the way now. I'm not sure who that is though, unfortunately. Let me see if I can find them quickly. It's
I think
Ranger.
It's OKC Ranger.
So Ranger's normally pretty good at getting out of the way of blue flags. So I think, but also going into to that chicane.
Yeah, you don't want to be following someone down into Eau Rouge and Radion because that's a recipe for disaster in terms of the dirty air up the hill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it was an interesting line there. This is the place to give it away. Just let him go, boys. I know he's adamant he's gonna keep that place.
Yeah, he needs to be letting this up now. I mean, this is really hurting Tom now. Obviously on them tyres.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised if anything results from this, if the stewards have a little look into it. Cause
you can see him flashing him
really,
there as well.
Yeah, and you can see now he's almost a minute away from missing the volley in 8th and 38 seconds down on the duck on the quack, so you might as well just let him go. He's not got anyone really either side to lose time to.
No, not at all. And as we know, you're losing the downforce through the bends here, so yes, his tyres are worn, but because he's losing the downforce here, he's struggling to close up enough to make the overtake.
Yeah, I think across that first sector, Tom's lost about maybe 2.5 tenths to Lango, and it's only going to get worse through this complex here.
Yeah. And the thing, I very much doubt Tom will be in the chat either. There you can see he's getting impatient with him now. He wants to be making that move.
Yeah, he's put his foot down. I think it's just as well as that Ranger's going to give that place away involuntarily.
Yes. Yeah, but that's freed Tom up. But, I mean, lucky enough, what's lucky here, with Langer as well, in a very similar situation, he wasn't able to close that gap up either.
Yeah, he couldn't really capitalise on it.
Because you had that concertina effect, didn't you, then, where Tom couldn't catch up to Ranger because his tyres are worn and he's getting the dirty air, but because Langer had worn tyres, he then couldn't close in, within that sort of second.
Final lap. They run a shorter event today.
Because we jumped in later, I'm not too sure.
Possibly. I suppose if that's only 15 laps from, when we started looking at it.
Yeah.
But it's almost 48. So it's 24 laps. Yeah, actually, to be fair, 24 laps, 48 minutes. I guess that is roughly about right. They're doing 2 minutes a lap.
So what we'll do then, we'll stick with this to the end then.
See, got a message from Rabid. So no communication from Rabid in the pits. He's too busy chasing the scantily clad ladies.
We lost Rabbit again.
So,
We've lost Rabbit again. Anyone seen him?
Dog by nature.
Yes.
So a message there from Mario Coelho in the chat there. Looks like he must have lost his internet connection for 4th place. That's a real shame.
That is a shame. Yes. Yeah. When you're on for a good result and that happens, it's a shame.
I mean, it's annoying in the daily races, but at the same time, you might think, for all I know, that saved me getting a penalty for some dodgy track limits or someone not braking. But in a league race where you're having a good time with your mates, it is that much more infuriating, I reckon. So, heart goes out to you, Mario.
Definitely, especially when you've come in, you put the training in, and you're on for a good result, and then that happens to you.
Completely out of your hands.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he'll be back for another Sunday special.
Yes, hopefully. It'd be nice to see people back. I think, obviously, with the Tier 1, it's a shame with what happened, but I'm glad the Tier 2 lads have managed to get going.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, if we started commenting on the Tier 2 race, they might have had the screw ups. We missed some amazing racing in Tier 1, but
Yes.
it is what it is.
I mean, you just got to be so careful now. I mean, look at them front tyres.
They are looking very, very dangerous. But if this is the last lap, I think it's gonna be THG Tom with about 2 seconds over
Yeah, it
Lango.
is. Yes.
Smashing the lights, I reckon that's
Yes. Lango.
it. There we go.
Maybe
That is the
Chubbs.
Belgian win his home race. Can Brett do the same next time for all we know? So we've got Chubbs here, I think, in the Porsche, bringing home that last podium place.
Yep. Sammy not too far behind. Closing in. I'll see on them.
Those hard tyres. He's done
Yeah.
very well then to be on the hards for that long.
Well, he only went in, didn't he? He went in quite late, Sammy. I think he spent two. I think if he went in, maybe. I mean, look at the state of them hards. They've barely been used. So I reckon if he went in 3 or 4 laps earlier and put on the hards, I reckon there's a good chance he could have finished fourth. Or
Yeah,
third, I should say.
quicker.
Yeah, would have got Chubbs. I think they stuck out too long on the mediums and they lost too much time to Chubbs chasing him up before the pits originally.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Lewis Knee lost it there.
Well, I think that's another Lewis at the tub. I know his tyres are gone.
Yes.
A little race on the end though. Big boy Barney just to keep it ahead of Fraser, I think, for 6th place.
Fraser. Oh God, Fraser. We're gonna.
What, is he running out of fuel? Oh no.
Oh, I've run out of time. So there we have it. So yeah, like I said, unfortunately we didn't get to watch the entire race, but we got there in the end, haven't we? In some form or fashion, at least.
We got some racing on the channel, yeah.
So what we'll do, we'll say thank you everyone for watching today. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go to plan, but we will be back with the Tier 1 special at some point. And what day are we on today? Sunday, Monday to Tuesday. We're back again with live commentary in the Group 4 sprints with RBG. Then back on Friday with... You're doing Fridays, aren't you now?
I believe next week's race is postponed for GT Fusion.
Of course it is, yes. Of course it is. So it'll be a week's gap then. So we've got a league race on Monday. Then we got a break through till Sunday. And then we're back with all the commentary races then for a week's time, which should be every Tuesday, Friday and Saturday.
I'm trying to think when is, because we've also got the RBG's hosting the Dodge versus Corvette race at Suzuka. That's on Wednesday the 11th. So actually, Wednesday's race might be the next one after the Group 4 sprints.
Yeah, and I'm going to chuck something on Saturday.
Oh wait, no, don't quit. We've got the reverse race.
Oh, I'm still here. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Reverse race. We can't quit that now. We've got to stay on for the Tier 2 reverse race.
Oh,
this is going to be even more chaos than what the normal one would have been.
Forgot about that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Everything was going
there's
on
us
tonight.
telling you all to go home and do whatever you're going to do.
Do one. Go and get a beer.
Oh goodness me. What a save there. I can't believe I almost forgot about the reverse. Right, well, actually, it might be worth then, if you've got a moment, can you put the results up on the screen so you know where people have started the next one?
Let's have a look here.
Because I'll tell you what, Origin Radion is going to be very interesting on this first lap.
So, yes, that was 24 laps. That was the full race. Let's have a look down here. Who's left? So
I think that was Mario who disconnected in 13th, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Let's see, well, I'll be happy to see Lays somewhere near the front row, especially in that Toyota. But it won't be as strong down the straight compared to the Porsche. So
I think he's flat out as well. So like some Mr. Nivoli, he's got good one lap pace. So if he's not to take into account fuel and tyre wear, keep an eye out for him. Barney, Chubbs, Thomas, and Lango. But depends.
Yeah, I think those top three there will be just trying to pick off any mistakes, any track penalties. Particularly, I think not just going through Origin Radion, but also when they get to Les Combes, I'm sure we're going to see at least 3 drivers miss that chicane.
Yeah, I think for me...
It happens every time.
I think for me, if you're starting about there, you want to stay out of trouble around the first bend, don't you? And pick up anything you can, and then take it from there.
Yes, I think for the drivers who started who finished that last race strong. It's all about now trying to avoid incidents, pick their way through the field. And if you weren't so lucky in the last race, I think you just want to try and hold on as long as you can. Try and pull away from those guys. You know they'll be chasing you down like, sharks smelling blood in the water.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go then. Here we go. Let's see how it kicks off.
So it's like Mario did get for the reverse grid. That's good.
Yeah, looks like a couple have dropped out though, forgetting about the reverse grid.
Yeah, well, I saw Mr. Navoni leave. Oh, he's just back in now. I think maybe he had an inset thing, or maybe he just forgot about the reverse. But we're starting now, I think. 5 laps.
Oh, they're going to go off. I don't know if they're going to drop.
Well, it's a clean getaway so far.
Yeah, let's see how they take this first, Ben. So if
Any brave moves down the inside?
So if Mario is on for a 4th, but he's starting up the front now because of lagging out or whatever happened to him, I can imagine he's got a good chance of going on to win this then.
Yeah, I think if he's got the pace to be in 4th and he can get away from Chubbs, Lango, and I think it was Mike as well was in 2nd, or Tom was it rather, then this could be his race quite easily.
Yeah. I mean, he's already got a 1.6 second lead there, hasn't he? He's already broken.
So he's range going to go for a move on lanes, no, so let that go.
Yeah. See how they get through here.
I've all made it through Lecom. I just got to shut my mouth. I think Rabbit's got some truth in that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Tom and it's already up to 5th there. Lango's already up to 3rd.
Yes. Chubbs has got some work to do though. Fraser's gone a little bit wide. Oh, Fraser just lost it. Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone wide into Ixie. Have dirty tyres coming out there as well. I think the tyre wear is still on. Just make sure he's not vulnerable as he goes through P1.
Let's have a look here. Let's see if I can get this up and running. Let's just try this again. There we are. Yeah, so there's a little bit.
Mary's lost it as well somewhere. He must have gone wide at Ix as well.
Oh, he's got lagged out again.
Oh, what Mr. Vogel? But no, Mary's still in. Yeah. Mary's in 1st, but he's in 4th now.
So let's have a look here. Let's see if I can. Replay don't want to work, unfortunately. But I sorted that earlier.
What? I'm sure maybe someone might be watching it in the chat, or might have seen it at the back of the shot. May not tell us, or they'll tell us after the race.
So we've got Lango here, then, haven't we? With Tom just behind. I think this is your race. Oh, who we got there? Mario having a
quick look. Hassel saying Mario put the practice in. It was gutty, disconnected. Let's see if Mario can make a comeback now. Then.
Yes.
So he's in the. Is he in the? I think he's in Toyota. Well, against Tom and Toyota as well.
There we are. Yeah, so it's in the Toyota.
So he's going to go for a slightly wider line, try and cut that back across Tom. Got a better run. He's alongside him now. Are they going side by side into Eau Rouge?
There we are. So the side by side there.
Oh, if I were Tom, I might just let him go, have him back in the slipstream. He said no.
Yeah, that to me is not worth fighting too much just yet. Sometimes you're just best to let him have it and then be taken back, like say.
Yeah, I've got a bit of lag on my end, so I can't quite see everything, but I think I see Tom making a move, possibly.
No, they're disconnected. But that's the host.
Oh, no. Hassel saying he didn't see Mario's incident. Oh, it's not been a good night for Gran Turismo, I don't think.
No.
Oh, that is a shame.
Let's have a look.
Oh, I've just lost share plate.
Yeah, I think I've just got booted out for some reason.
What an evening.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Right, let's get back on this, see what's happening.
So we've got the Rabbit saying Lewis Nurse Motorsport is a class driver. I don't think he's in this race.
No, we're back in. So I don't know what's happened there. I got booted out for some reason. But
Well,
we're
as long as
back.
we're still here for lap 2.
Yes, we are back in action, guys. We are back.
Oh, yeah, so no hassle. I think the lobby's gone down, but no hassle. We are still here for the time being, as long as the gods of Wi-Fi deem it fair.
Yeah, I got booted out then, no hassle, so I'm not sure what happened there. But we're back and it's still running.
Yeah, we delete that message now.
Yeah, quick, get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Yeah,
No
what are we talking about? Why are we talking about no hassle? The race is here.
Yeah, no technical issues here.
Yeah, we've had a seamless evening.
Yeah. What race are you watching?
Yeah, what Wi-Fi?
What do you mean we couldn't watch a race tonight, commentator? We're watching one now.
Let's have a look. So we've got Lays. I think that Lango's caught right back up already from the back of the pack.
Yeah, Lango and Tom not far behind.
Yes, they have been making gains while we disappeared, which is really unfortunate for everyone watching at home.
Yeah, Mario's dropped off slightly, but he's still thereabouts.
Yeah,
Chubbs,
I reckon if he can keep Chubbs behind, he might take that third spot on the podium. I'm sure we're going to have Tom and Lango up the front. I don't think Lays is going to hold it forever.
No.
Go on.
No, I was agreeing with you there. I think what we're going to see is Lays maybe drop back a little bit.
Yeah, having seen Lays in the group in the MR challenge, I think he does sometimes struggle managing his tyres, and that's not going to help him when he's got some of the faster drivers right up his chaff.
No, not at all. And I think we'll be seeing this move, I think, before we even get to the start-finish line.
I think Lango's flashing him as well. He's saying there's Lays, there's no point fighting it because he will have you, and you're going to back yourself into the other drivers.
Yeah, and you got this is where people sometimes need to be very smart, think about it, go, do you know what, I am going to lose first place here, but what I don't want to do is finish fourth. So I'll drop down to second and hopefully have a bit of a gap to third.
Exactly. You could bear in mind as well, if you let Lango go, we still have his slipstream, and that helps pull away from the other guys behind him.
Yeah.
But I think, I suppose with it being a 5-lap race, I think Lays at this point is thinking, you know what, we've had the big one. It's time for a bit of fun. Let's lead the train for a little while and see where it stops.
I mean, sometimes the other thing you can do, though, is try and back them up into the people behind them with the aspect that...
get them to fight.
Yeah.
Leave you alone.
Because now you've got Tom all the back of Lango, so now...
Yeah, Tom's making a move.
Yeah, so that's given Lays one start, another respite down that straight.
True, but they have been very respectful driving. They're left space for each other, so ultimately they will both catch up to Lays in the next few corners.
Yes.
Unless, of course, Mario wants to get involved against Tom, which I think he does.
Yeah, he's having a look around the outside.
Oh, but not there. But he's going to cut back in the X. No, but we'll go for a wider line in.
Yeah, no hassle. I think the thing which I say for Lays here is that the three behind him are very quick. And I think what's happening here, because they're backed up behind him, they're fighting. And that's just giving them a little bit of a break.
Yeah, as much as I would love to see Lays take this race, I'm just not sure if maybe those three behind him will think, you know what, we'll work as a trio and we'll have him once his tyres are gone.
Yeah.
Because it is lap 3, but if you look at their tyre wear comparatively, I don't know if Lays is going to have that in him by lap 5.
Well, let's just look at the tyres here. I mean, yes, he's used his tyres slightly more. But Lango's very similar. Tom's is slightly better, and Mario is similar to Tom. So the top two are burning the tyres more.
Oh, we've got who's that? Is that? I think Lango's gone very wide there.
Yeah, I think he had a little bit of a budge with Tom there.
Defended against Tom. He's kept Tom squeezing at the inside. He's going to have him, but is Mario going to go on the outside? No, maybe not. But as exactly just saying though, perhaps Laser's just pulled off a blinder here. Bump them all into each other and run away while they're having a go.
Yeah.
He's now out of slipstream range as well, which will be crucial going down to Radion and on the Kemmel Straight.
Yeah, and he's only got 2 more laps to go.
Let's see, perhaps maybe they've thrown a bone to the Great Dane. Is he going to go away with it though?
Well, yeah, I think because he's out the slipstream, these two are just going to be battling now for second and third unless he makes a major mistake.
Yeah, I mean, this is close racing. I'm kind of glad as well they are in the same car, so this is just a test of skill now.
Tom's a good driver. Tom's very aggressive on his manoeuvres. He will push you to the edge, and he won't.
You see, Laser's made a mistake. Look, he's right on him now.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm not sure. Is it worth going for a move into poo on? This is going to be close. Not around the outside, surely.
Again, this is where you just want to get them into each other, don't you? If you can.
Oh, he's gone for a cutback. Lazy's covering the line though. Lazy's got to stay right here and keep the inside. But will he go around the outside? No, he's right under that rear wing.
What's interesting here though, it's now Mario in third and Lango back and forth.
Yeah, of course. So maybe Lango's taking a little bit too much out of his tyres, wants to hold back a little while. Lazy's
Yep.
gone wide. Is he in the gravel?
Yep.
Oh, no.
No.
No, no, no.
Come on, let's get back on. Let's not spin it. He's still got. That's it.
Right, as
Come
long
on.
as Lazy takes his time. Oh, is he disconnected?
That's
got no
what I'm
inputs.
saying. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Oh, no, he's back.
Do you know what wouldn't surprise me there? His controller's disconnected.
Yeah, oh, that'd be a shame because he was doing so well there. Of all the things.
Oh, it looks. And is he gonna?
Or
Yeah,
maybe he's had something going on at home. Because I know he's on a wheel now, so maybe something's happened at home he's had to take care of.
Yes. What a shame. What a
On
shame.
the last lap as well, poor guy.
Yeah, he deserved that. To be fair.
But a fantastic race run by Tom, Mario, and Langer. A really good three-way fight there, and it's more a four-way with Lays. I can't count Lays out of that. Gone down to 7th now, so something serious must have gone on outside of the console.
Yeah.
Interesting though. No pace on Chubbs.
No. He's made a mistake there, hasn't he, on the second lap? You can see it's now 2:11.
Oh yeah, so he's possibly had an off, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like he's also had a spin. So, yeah, right. So we finally got there.
We finally got some coverage on the channel.
Yes, we finally got there. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. Thank you for watching, and we shall catch you on the next stream.